What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Blind Power. I know it's been almost a month, so I want to talk about that first before we dive into the awesome things that I have to talk about in Apple's special event, WWDC, Worldwide Developer Conference, otherwise known as WWDC. Basically, WW's next week, so that's we name it WWDC 2019 Worldwide Developer Conference. We name it WW. So first off, that's next week, and we're gonna talk about that. But first, I want to talk about what's been going on. And don't worry, Blind Power's not going anywhere. Just took a few weeks off from uploading because I've actually been making apps. I have a reminders app that I recently released. And also, I'm getting ready to launch an update to Bump Learn. I'm supposed to have an update with Nimith, but that's going to be pushed back because Nimith is hard. Nimith code is insane, but it's doable. So that'll be coming out hopefully late next month for the Nimith code version update for Bump Learn. And besides that, let's get into the video. So WW 2019 is coming up next week. I am an iOS developer and I'm very into this community, and I want to talk about accessibility and kind of what I want to see in accessibility next week. I know I did a video for iOS 13, but this is more general, these are the general things. It doesn't matter if it's, Mac OS, iOS, tvOS, the Apple TV, watchOS for the Apple Watch. Basically, things that I want to see accessibility-wise that we need or could potentially help improve our, Apple device usage, per se. So, first off is a confirmed leak. Before I even go into what I want to see, it's been a confirmed leak that there will be a accessibility shortcut revamp on iOS. So what does this mean? That basically we could be getting enhanced accessibility features, including dark mode. So that's going to be nice. That's confirmed. Now what I want to see, Apple has machine learning stuff already built into their system. They have a great developer platform for machine learning for the apps. I want them to implement this with VoiceOver on all iOS devices, so that if there is an image, instead of saying image or instead of saying ding ding, like that little noise that it does when it can't find anything, well, use machine learning to see what's there, whether it's text recognition or image recognition. Detect what's there. If the developer did not implement accessibility, use machine learning to figure out what's there. Perhaps it'll say machine learning element, and then I'll read it, or something. Apple's really good, so they'll figure it out. And Apple, if you're listening and it's past the WW 2019, please implement these things. That would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so the machine learning, basically, if you are in a inaccessible text label, or you're in Safari in a web page that has no accessibility labels, well, it'll use OCR or image recognition to figure out what's there. That's something that I would love to see, and it's not that difficult to implement. Like, I know that if I had access to the source code of iOS and Mac OS and all that, I could do it. It's pretty straightforward. It takes 2-3 days of coding for developers, and if it's a large team, maybe hours. So yeah, that'd be great. So the next thing I would actually like to see would be more interactive, stuff for developers to make accessible games. Like I'm actually trying to make some games that are accessible. I've been planning them, in a lot of the games. And it's been one of those things, like, how do you interact with VoiceOver in a game? A lot of the time they just bypass VoiceOver completely, and it's just using gestures and stuff. But how about making a game that bypasses VoiceOver? A way to bypass the VoiceOver gestures in a certain game, so that we can make accessible games. Perhaps get a little bit of lower level access to the voiceover features, so that we as developers can make better accessible games. For example, like the game Snake, right? What if we can make voiceover make different noises to guide us through the path of the game Snake, and we basically go like our fingers is like the head of the snake, and we have to go through a path, and it depends on the sounds that we use, right? Like, what if we don't need to turn voiceover off for this? What if we can use the voiceover? I guess it's considered like a pointer, or like the voiceover gesture. Like, we can basically customize voiceover to work nicely with an accessible game. That would be nice. You know how cool that would be to just be able to do that. That would change a lot of games, and how they interact with voiceover, and that's cool. The next thing I would like to see is in the camera app for in the camera app for iOS in this case, or in any platform when you're in the Photos app. If you have your voiceover, on top, like your finger on top of a picture, and you have family members added in the People album, make voiceover speak all the family members. Like, it could say when there's one family member detected, because it has like the albums or whatever, but make it so that it says, such and such and such, people are in this picture with you. That'd be nice. Or if the picture has text, like some kind of, so it says, you are in this picture with such and such and such people, text above reads Arby's, and boom, and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember that day, and it just gives you that, mental picture of that picture that, you took with your friends or whatever. It would be so nice, make it a little bit more make it more user-friendly interactions, like make the interactions more fluid, so that you can see what's in your pictures. And I feel like Apple could do so much with the AI that they have already implemented in a lot of things, Now, the next thing is make the magnifier app, because they have a magnifier app, but you can only access it through Control Center. Make it more viewable. Like, have it in accessibility where you could just toggle it and it shows up as a physical button, like not physical like touching it, but like a button in your home screen. Make it so that it's there, and in your home screen you have the magnifier app, not in Control Center. Because if it's in Control Center, I've had first-hand experience, I forget about it. So I just go to my camera and zoom in, and that's it. Like, make it so that it's an app. We'll use it more that way. These are just some things that I would like to see, and there's so many other developer stuff that's gonna happen, like Marzipan. Marzipan's really gonna change a lot of accessibility stuff as well, because Marzipan will basically mean we can run iOS apps on the Mac. So essentially, we'll be able to access a lot of Mac apps, a lot of iOS apps on the Mac using VoiceOver, which means your VoiceOver has to be upgraded to interact with Marzipan, which means for sure there's going to be some upgrades in VoiceOver for the next macOS update. Let's see what happens there. And now, a feature that I'm excited for is audiobooks on the Apple Watch. So that's kind of accessibility related, I guess, because like we listen to books because we can't really read them with print. Basically, if you have your AirPods or some Bluetooth headphones with your Apple Watch and you have a cellular Apple Watch, well, you can now read your books. You can go out for a jog or something, take your watch with you, and or whatever. Go somewhere without your phone. Take your watch, your headphones, listen to a book. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You don't have to carry your phone. Every day the Apple Watch is getting more independent from the iPhone, which is cool. So now you can listen to your audiobooks independently. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned. We're back. We're back in business. We're going to be making a lot of content. Currently, I am in the process of looking to get a job, getting hired as an iOS developer or even Android development at this point. Whatever I find, I love what I do, and I want to get a career as a mobile developer. So I'm doing that, and I have a lot of spare time right now that I've been putting into app development for my list of apps, so that when I get hired or when I go to job interviews, like, oh, so what do you have on the app stores? I'm like, well, I have this on the Google Play Store, this on the Apple App Store, whatnot. But now, I have enough apps under my wing that I can now dedicate more time to the channel, and I want to make this channel grow. I want to try to post as much as humanly possible, and keep everything balanced, because the end goal dream, just so you guys know, the end goal dream is me being able to live from this channel, like making videos every day, about assistive technology. That's the dream goal at some point, where it's like I make apps, to make apps independently, for accessibility, and any other apps as well. I want to make all kind of apps, and plus making videos. That's like my end goal. So I'm going to continue making content and make the channel even better. If you guys have any requests for any videos or any suggestions, comment down below, or follow me on Twitter at blind_power_YT. I post a lot of mobile development stuff there. I also post some a lot of technology stuff, some assistive technology stuff as well. Just anything technology. Usually, you'll see me post a lot of that. So alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. I know this is like a twice done outro. I've said goodbye twice, but I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Hit the subscribe button, and remember to enable the notification bell to get all notifications of Blind Power uploads. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.